Reading that. All right, blank screen. So we are loading up our optimizer, and let's come back to our proxy. So now that we've got our proxy, and we've gotten all of the files that we need, we're going to load up our optimizer to JSON, which is our JSON object. Go ahead and copy everything and paste it into here, where it says import, and you're going to click import. And then it's going to have all this and say there's a couple of runes that didn't validate, but otherwise 530 runes, 600 monsters. And yes, that means both of my storages are full. I don't have any room at all. 530 runes means I've got 6 monsters runed plus a full inventory. No, it's more like I got 430 and then like got 20 monsters runed. So just some confirmations. Yep, it looks like all my monsters, all my runes were loaded. So you can look at your runes here. You can see what they are. You can sort by different values. You can do stuff here. You can even create a new rune. So if you get a new rune from dragons or giants or something, you can put in all of its stats and hit add. So this way you don't have to constantly load up SW proxy. But if you're constantly farming all day and you get a bunch of runes, you might just feel like it's faster to load up SW proxy. But this is completely self-sufficient. You can build up a database from scratch even without doing all of that previous work that took 34, was it? So that's 12 minutes. Interesting. Okay. Advanced runes look, so you can look and see each individual substat for your runes. You can look at your monsters and look at their base stats. Unfortunately, this is only base stats, so you don't see your actual stats there. You can delete monsters, you can add monsters. Again, it's totally self-sufficient if you want to add a bunch of stuff. Alright, notes. This is just a couple of patch notes. But the main function we came here for was the optimizer. So, how do we use it? I've been using this for a little bit. I used it last rune removal, and that's how I got my Zeros to get a 21-second 5-mon hell clear, when my previous record was, I think, 54 seconds with my Trevor, or something like that. Okay, so what we want to do is we first want to load up a monster. So the one example that I'm going to show you guys, this is all your monsters that are outside of storage. And then you'll notice the stars are the ones that are inside storage. And yes, my Beladion is not active. I do not have him out right now. He's in storage. And you're thinking me a terrible player. Don't. I've got way too many other priorities. So we'll start ruining our Beladion. So what do we want? We want to choose our set bonuses. Now obviously we can choose absolutely nothing, and we're going to ruin every single possibility. There's 6 different runes, rune slots, and you've got maybe 50 per slot, which is like 300 total runes. So what is 50 to the 6th power? You're talking ridiculous numbers of permutations. So when you do that, it's going to take forever to try and get you the entire database, and your computer could be crunching for a while. So to cut down on that amount of time, we want to try and choose a couple of sets and a couple of our 2, 4, 6 choices. So for my Beladion, let's just go ahead and throw in, I want Endure Energy. Slot 2, I want Speed. Slot 4, HP %. Slot 6, we'll leave blank. I don't know if I want HP or Accuracy just yet. Additional preferences. Locked rune, let's just say if you're using this for the first time, you're unruning all of your monsters and you're starting from scratch, then go ahead and select, in this scenario, use locked runes, which are runes that are currently on monsters and have been locked. You can choose from this menu if you want to lock anything that is currently equipped on your monsters, if you want to unlock all, or if you want to just remove your entire database and start from scratch. You can also unequip all, so this way it takes all the runes off your monsters into your inventory as if they were unequipped, which is a good idea. If you're starting a rune removal and you want to use this tool exclusively, you can press unequip all and then unlock all. And this way all your runes are available, and then you can just start actually runing them in game following this guide. And I was going to mention something, but I forgot it already. So go ahead and say use only runes from inventory in that case. Otherwise, if you've got some runes on your monsters, use the locked runes. Some other options by limiting the number of permutations as well. Only use 6-star runes for slots 2, 4, and 6. Or in this case, you can use a 5-star if it's a speed rune, because 5 is the benchmark. whereas most of the others it's 6. And I think crit damage, if I'm not mistaken, is 1, 2, and 4. All the other runes are 1, 3, and 6, and then speed is 1 and 5. So you want to use 6, except for crit damage is 4, and speed is 5. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is accurate. It's been a while. Anyway, you can only use 5 and 6 star runes. What I do personally is sell all my 4 stars. You can select only use runes level 6 or greater. In other words, runes that you have slightly leveled up. Don't just use blank runes from scratch. If you specifically have one rune that you want to use, go ahead and you'll first have to locate that rune. And after you locate that rune here, say it's, I don't know, page 20. So let's just go to page 20. So here, we're on page 20. This focus rune, I want to use this focus rune. It's flat defense with defense percent value and other stuff. It's 73% efficient. It's a decent rune. Why not? So that's inventory number 194. So if we throw in 194 here, it will use this. What type of rune was it again? Focus rune. But unfortunately, energy, endure. It's not going to come up with any results. So we can go ahead and skip that. If you say do not include these runes, and in my example, I'm going to use 430, 431, 432. The reason why is because they parsed incorrectly. It said that they couldn't validate those runes. So whatever that means, we're just going to not use them. And let's see, if we go over to number 434, you'll notice it's just a question mark set. That must be the new runes that were released, like the accuracy for your group, the health. It's accuracy, it's attack damage, it's defense. Maybe there's one that's health. I don't think there is. So yes, those new runes are probably not calculated in here. That's likely why. Notice they're the very last ones in my inventory, and then you start seeing the ones that are already equipped. And the way that Summoner's War sorts is it's always newest last. So yeah, those are the new runes that it has no idea what they are. So we're just going to ignore them. And then let's see. What I want to focus on is I want to focus on accuracy. So I've got endure energy with speed, HP. And we could put accuracy, or we can just leave it there and say generate the best builds for accuracy. So we're going to hit go in this case. We've got 3,700 permutations. And let's see, it sorts it a couple different ways. These are your base. No, these are your current stats with your currently equipped runes. In my case, my Palladion has no runes, so these are in fact base stats. So let's go ahead and look, and there are 4,000 entries, so that's way too much to sort through. Now we can come up to our filters and say, okay, in this setup I want, let's say 150 speed, and let's say we want at least 50% accuracy. And we want rune stats that are right now. We don't want to say, what will they have when they're plus 15? Like for the primary stat that can level up. And let's click apply. And we've got ourselves 561 entries. Still too much. Let's go ahead and bump that up to, let's say, 170 speed with 50 accuracy. There we go, 4 entries that are 170 speed with 50 accuracy. If we notice, we get our HP, attack, all that good stuff. And then it shows you exactly what was runed. Let's go ahead and switch this up a little bit. Last time when I was doing the test, I did an HP, and I think it was 150. Then when you hit apply, no, we have to go first. And then 8 entries. Yep, this was right. So this is what I did last time, and I decided I wanted to go with this build right here. So you'll notice it has 23,000 health, 907 defense,